This is Gary Atensi with CNTV, and today we're in Denver, Colorado. I'm at the Gluten Escape, a specialty bakery since 2012, have been meeting the needs of alternative food choices for folks here in Denver. I'm here with Kathy, who is the owner. Thanks so much for showing us today. Let's talk a little bit about yourself, Kathy. What is it that got you involved in this industry? This sounds kind of like a personal journey for you, something you have some life experience in.
I do. I have a 16-year-old son who can't eat gluten, dairy, or soy, and it's been a life journey. He was very small and not even on a growth chart. And as a mom, I was kind of panicked and took gluten out of his diet and he got better, and took dairy out of his diet and he got better. And now he's 6 feet tall and doing really well. But I kind of learned firsthand the significance of food and what food can do with you.
Interesting. Let's start off, first of all, for our viewers, those of the viewers out there who don't know what is gluten, and basically, is this something that's new in our society that we're taking notice of, or has it always been around?
Oh boy, well, gluten is a protein that is in wheat, barley, rye, spelt, and malt. It's also found in some alternative grains. It is a protein, so I'm not sure. It's always been in those grains. Gluten has always been in those grains because it's what lends elasticity when you're baking. I don't know if it's because of our soil or our agricultural uses or what's gone into our changes. I know that they produce actually high gluten flour that people do use. So we have the ability to concentrate it, which is even more indicative of a problem for my son or for people who can't have gluten.
Speaking of the problems, what type of symptoms do people notice if they are prone to that type of problem?
Well, they'll have all kinds of intestinal problems. They'll have bloating. They won't feel well. A lot of people have headaches. Many people have all kinds of inflammation from gluten. So there's a difference between celiac disease, which is an autoimmune condition, which really causes the body to attack itself when gluten is present, and gluten intolerance, which really leads to some of the other symptoms.
Interesting. Well, like you said, you have never met a food allergy or a food choice that you couldn't learn to love. So let's talk a little bit about some of the love in the bakery here today. Let's start off with your menu. Share with me, let's start in the morning here, cinnamon rolls, possibly some pastries. Share with me, what are the favorites there?
Sure. Well, we start off every day with cinnamon rolls, donuts, scones, usually waffles, bagels in 5 different flavors, and muffins. Our donuts, our muffins, and our scones rotate through, so there's a different flavor every day for our customers. From there, we move on to cookies, cakes, brownies, all kinds of bars, and we, of course, make bread every day. Actually, we have 19 kinds of bread that we make now because we just added a flatbread and also a ciabatta bread for our customers.
Biscotti, we're talking about brownies, we're talking about bars. Stop for a minute on bars. Share with me some of the flavors you guys have out there. I mean, it looks like a pretty vast variety.
We have, I think what's a great variety. Our customers like it. Well, our brownies we should start with because they were awarded the best of 5280. We have darker, lighter, fudgier, cakier brownies. We have lemon strawberry jam bars. We have butterscotch blondies. We have salty chocolate chip pretzel bars. So we have all kinds of bars that are in our cases. In addition, we have individually wrapped kind of a granola bar, or we have some grain-free almond-based bars. So we have lots of bars.
Wonderful. And everything basically is baked here on premise, is that right? And are we talking pretty early in the morning? I imagine they're here.
We bake everything on premise. We even actually mix our own flour blend here. We blend 6 flours together. But yes, my first baker comes in at 4 o'clock in the morning. He's just a great soul, and he shows up every morning and starts our production. Second person gets in here at 5, and I'm here plenty early too when it's still dark out. So
cupcakes, muffins, scones, basically things that you can eat anytime during the day. But you also are people able to call in and order complete cakes or even pies if that's desired?
Oh, yes. I mean, we actually encourage people to call in and order so we can make them especially what they'd like. We have 30 kinds of cakes that we make. We produce a number of different pies. We have take and bake dinner rolls. We're more than happy to make things Our almond bread, the paleo bread that we make, was developed in response to very specific customer requests for a bread that had no sugar in it and no grain in it for a certain health demographic, and it's really caught on. But we love requests.
Like you said, very specific to the customer that walked in. It sounds to me like you're really up for the challenge when somebody actually has a food out there that they can't touch on. Pretty much you're kind of a consultant in this because you've done it for some time.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think because of my background starting with my son, my heart really goes out to people who can't find food that they can enjoy. And my staff knows both of my sons. They work here. So I think that's really gone through my staff, and they understand the challenges.
But overall, if somebody comes in, decides to partake of any of the goodies here, we're talking about gluten-free. They're not going to have any gluten in there. And actually, some of them even don't have eggs in them. Is that right?
That's true. Everything here is gluten-free, dairy-free, and soy protein-free. About 85% of our products are also egg-free. So on any given day, you'll have a huge selection if you come in and you're also looking for egg-free products.
Wonderful. I've heard of a Chex Mix before, obviously granola bars. I have never heard of a mock puppy chow. You got to tell me what that is.
It's a sweeter version of a Chex Mix, and it has chocolate and a caramel sweet flavoring in it, and a little bit of a honey flavor. So it's a sweet Chex Mix that is for those who want actually to have that sweet end product.
Sounds yummy. Viewers, take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. What you're going to see is their website. On the website, what you're going to see is their menu, first of all. This is the daily menu they put out there, a lot of the favorites, the people that walk in here, but they also have a rotational menu, really, of items that they bring in and out based on the holidays or possibly on the seasons. This is definitely a place where you feel safe to come in if you've got a tolerance for gluten like that. Let me ask you, this is a great place. You have a facility here that, quite honestly, it looks like a good place to have a meeting or possibly a party at. Do you provide that as well?
We love pushing all these tables together and having large groups just sit down and enjoy one another, whether it's a family group or a meeting. We have that happen quite often. A lot of times people will bring the gluten-free customers will bring their friends in who can actually eat gluten. And we find that the people who can eat gluten really enjoy our products also.
Wonderful. I mean, one of the things that I notice out there is if you came in here pretty much every day for 7 days, you probably couldn't have the same cookie twice. You guys have quite a selection of cookies. Share with me some of those that people seem to love.
Oh my gosh, well, we opened with 40 products and we're now up to 170, and probably the largest growth we've had is in our cookies. We have everything from a Mexican wedding pecan cookie through an almond blossom to a traditional ginger snap that was my grandmother's recipe adapted, to oatmeal raisin, to banana walnut. We have chocolate chip, of course. You couldn't have a bakery without a chocolate chip cookie. We have a fruit thumbprint cookie. We have our little sparkle cookies that the kids talk about, and they're really our sugar cookie with a sparkly sugar on the top.
Wonderful. I would imagine folks out there who are struggling with basically alternative choices, this really has to be a godsend for them. And is that what you really had hoped for when you opened the doors?
Yeah, I think we wanted an oasis. We wanted somewhere that was safe for people to come and feel like they had lots of choices. We have a big joke here with our customers that we're really redefining normal. People come in here and have conversations that you would never hear anywhere else, and that's part of really the joy and the blessing of having a place like this is everyone here is in the same boat.
Wonderful blessing. Viewers, take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. You're going to see their website one more time. Keep in mind they're located right here in Denver, serving you. You can check out their menu online as well. If you're not sure what's coming in and out of the bakery, you can also like them there on Facebook. They'll keep you apprised of anything they got going on, as well as some new specialties on the menu. And remember, basically, this was a place that never met a food allergy or a food choice that they couldn't learn to love. This is Gary Atanu with CNTV. And if you don't know, now you know.